Hi, it's Dana. Um, I wanted to just talk to you really quickly about a conversation I had earlier this week because one of the things that I think is true about all of us is that we're all building the path we're on as we're on it. We're laying down the track as we go. And so I'm learning as I go, as people decide to have more conversations with me, more honest conversations with me. So a good friend of mine was over and she said, she was talking to another friend and she said, "Do you know why we haven't done it?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Because we're not ready to go there." And I said, "Well, where do you think there is?" And she said, "Deep, deep inside there." And it confirmed for me a conversation that I'd had with another friend who has taken the work that for some people, this work feels scary. This work sounds scary, or maybe I feel scary because I talk so effortlessly about these huge, audacious dreams that I have. I literally use words like spark empire. I don't say I want to be a little solopreneur. I want to have a little business. I want to build a friggin' empire. Well, that's a big word. So if you have looked at this work and you have dismissed it because you're afraid of what I've named or anything else, I want to just wrap up the conversation I had with my friend earlier this week. I showed her the workbook and I said, let's just walk through it and you can see what this work is. So we walked through it, and it starts with asking you some questions about a whole bunch of different areas of your life and to just write whatever comes to you or draw or bullet point or I don't care how you do it. Put the stuff down, get it out of your head and into some system. Then you put together a letter to yourself, and then you look at a 3-year plan, and then you do a 3-month plan, and then you go way, way, way far out, and then you come right back and you um, make a plan for what you're going to do in the next 3 days. It isn't scary because you don't have to have a great big dream. Maybe your spark is, I want to have 10 container gardens in my backyard this year. That's a beautiful spark. That's a spark of mine. The more pots of flowers I have, the happier I am. Gardening in that simple way is a spark for me. I am never going to be a master gardener, but I love those pots of flowers. That is a spark for me. Maybe your spark is to read more. Maybe it's to walk a mile a day. Maybe it's to connect more with friends over Zoom. I don't care what your spark is. It does not need to be the defining moment of your life, the signature um, course of your journey. I think I've talked about it too big. It can be something little, and it can be something that you uncover as we're working. You don't need to come with an idea. Another friend said recently that she looked around at the workshop she came to and she felt like everybody else knew before they got there what they wanted to uncover. And she felt stupid. It's not about that. I don't want you to feel stupid. I don't want you to feel scared. I don't want you to feel like you don't have what it takes to do this work. You do have what it takes to do this work because you're alive. So if you're curious, go to danadelval.com/courses. There's a weekend retreat coming up April 22nd and 23rd. There's a 6-week course coming up starting March 30th, going through May 4th on Thursdays, 1 hour every Thursday, and then some office hour built in also weekly that is not mandatory. So look at the work. Look at it from the lens of this does not need to be big and audacious. This does not need to be bold and loud. This does not even need to be anything you know about right now. If where you are right this minute makes you go, yeah, it's fine. Wouldn't you like something better than fine? You know what makes me better than fine? Pots of flowers, the right books from the library, a beautiful cup of tea, um, connecting with friends who are near and dear to me, but maybe don't live here, going for walks with Dr. Mary, um, putting together in my iPhotos, watching memory slideshows that I don't even have to put together, just watching memory slideshows of our travel. Those are all little, and none of them are going to make me any money. They're not going to change the course of my life. But do you know what they do? They make the course of my life more joyful. So that is a valuable spark to identify those things. Because if you have a very stressful job and you know that you can't leave it because it pays you well, you get benefits, whatever, I don't care why. If you have a stressful job, wouldn't knowing 2 or 3 little sparks that you can fit in around that stress, wouldn't that make the stress better? Wouldn't that alleviate some of the stress? I'm here to tell you that I think it would. So go to danadelval.com/courses. Think about a weekend retreat or a 6-week course. They're both virtual. Um, check in with me if you have questions. Check in with me if you aren't certain at all that you want this, but you just want to know more. Calling me does not obligate you to say yes. Even if you're my friend, it doesn't obligate you to say yes. So I hope to hear from you. I'd love to have a conversation with you. I'd love to see you show up and do this work. This is not scary work. This is powerful work that has the ability to change your life in ways large and small, because it all matters. It all matters. Don't be afraid. I promise you. I promise you, this is not a scary thing. And I also want to say, if writing makes you go, "Ugh, I don't want to write anything," guess what? This is a guide. It's a prompt. You don't turn it in. I'm not going to grade your writing. You don't have to write a single thing in this. Maybe it just gets your brain working. And then when we come back together and work in groups, you just talk about what you're thinking about. I don't care how you do the work. I care that you do the work, because I care that you are living the next iteration of the life that you want to be living. I think I can help you get there. I actually know I can help you get there, but that's up to you to decide. Let me know if you have questions. Dana@danadelval.com. Go to the website, sign up. I'd love, love, love to talk to you. And I'd love even more to see you at a course or a retreat coming up. Take care.